Well, I'm back at it today, doing some cow checking, and I pretty frequently bait these cows up into the corrals, so that's what we're doing today. It's about that time in the morning. Already delivered my last load of logs for the week. Got a part that I broke on the skid steer, took apart, and I need to get a bolt to fix it. And I'm gonna do that while we're going to get us a bite of dinner. And I'm gonna get my cow checking done before lunchtime here. Lunchtime for us is at 11. So, baiting them into the corral, I'll probably get every one of them. So, kind of go real slow because there's some of them will lag behind. I'll have all the feed put out by the time some of them get it to the back gate there. Never had any questions like this, but I've often figured somebody would ask, how'd you get such a rig to feed cows with when you only got not very many cows? Well, when I was growing chickens, I bought a lot of cattle, and I had over 100 mama cows that would calve in the spring, and at one time I had 20 or 30 cows that calved in the late summer or fall. And so I had a lot to take care of, and I've always kept a couple of these old trucks around, and I try to keep one that's nice, newer, and of course it gets more use. But that's what these cows that are up here early. They always, some of them come early. There's always some of them do what that black cow right there just did and think she can get feed by going around the front of the truck, and you can't. It makes it take longer. Let's get started here. See that one there? She just aggravating. And then the rest of them. And then they have to get in front of the truck and hit the bumper. Glad the airbags don't work in this truck. They would have them set off sometimes. Anybody can have the truck setup I've got, but I want to tell you something. I didn't pay anywhere near what they cost now. Not even close. Not even close. Turn around here. Get a good look at everything that come in, and I believe everything came in. Calf behind me I didn't see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, every cow's in here. I'm sure every calf's in here. These calves are a little heavier than what I sold earlier in the week. Oh, I sold some earlier in the week. The calves off my first calf heifers, and these here won't get sold all at once. They're going to get weaned, and we will pick replacements out of them, but we hold a big possibility that we'll keep a bunch of them through the first of the year. And I don't know what's going to happen for sure with all of them. Scott, my oldest son, has took to selling freezer beef. Sometimes some of them get kept until they weigh 9, 10, 900,000, 1,100 pounds or something like that. And he butchers a few of them But there will be some replacement heifers out of that bunch. There will be some small ones that I keep in the barn all winter, probably. You know, it all depends on how things goes. If the cattle market was to tank when you do that, you're losing money and losing money because you're still gonna have to feed them. But I don't know. Uncertainty is the name of the game. I put the clip in where they sold my 8 calves off my replacement heifers, or first calf heifers, in here somewhere in this video. Well, I gotta get the gate, so we'll be on to the next one. That was better than I expected it could be. Thank you, Dale.
Nice cow.
Snyder there, that Chelsea, there's 5 headed kids, and it's about across the counter.
Ready to get your light truck down there, clothes out there, lots of clothes out there.
So I got up here and they needed the bale of hay, and I'm listening to Adrian Rogers preach while I'm driving today. It'll be done just a little bit, but I already put out the feed for them, and so they're all up there in the corral eating, and they're all here and accounted for. All of my replacements, 20. There's 21 head here, one's a bull. So we'll be taking these in November and getting them preg checked. Whatever isn't pregnant may go somewhere else. Got one in here that's escaped me and has horns, and if she's got a calf in her, we're gonna have her dehorned, but we will be doing that. Going to look at some bulls with Scott, like maybe Monday or Tuesday, and we will probably have a couple little bulls we turn loose in here with these besides the bull we got. They're younger, they're yearling bulls, but we've been buying yearling bulls for quite a while, sometimes even just weaned bulls, and get them quite a bit cheaper. Nobody knows what they're going to turn out to be like yet, and once in a while we get a bad one. Most of the time we get good ones, and they'll grow while we're getting them to breed our cows. Several years in, we sell them and usually make some money along on our bulls, besides getting them to breed everything. So don't hurt to switch them bulls out. Plus it keeps us from having heifers that possibly would be related to bulls that we're running. So Yeah, I did a little work on this road here a while back. I don't know I think I put a video out about it, but it's a lot better. It ain't near like smooth yet, but it's just a pasture road. But you can sure tell when you get past the places where I worked on it and put that gravel down on it. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. So, I'll bring you back when I get to the other place. Well, I just come through the gate here. Place where my first calf heifers are that I just weaned their calves off. And haven't seen anything yet. Don't see them yet. I kind of think I know where they're going to be at. They're going to be close to a pond. My dad spent some time and built some pretty nice corrals on his place. I helped him get them stuck together, and he did just about all the welding on it. And got 2 big pens. It's like, I don't know. They're made in a spot, in a place that, you know, the pen fits the place, and so they're pretty good sized. Panels all around them, and see, we went for years and it was difficult to catch our cows. Some of the people we helped wouldn't ever use any feed to catch cows. We'd always use vehicles, 4-wheelers, horses, or whatever to drive them in, and those are okay, I guess, but those always wind up with wilder cattle, in my opinion. When you feed them, they're used to seeing you, and you can feed them where they need to go, and that's handy. But my dad's got a couple pens here that he's built that would be great for putting a bunch of stalker calves in. May be really handy down the road for me. I don't know, but I've got plans to put a bunch of my ones that we just fed, the replacement heifers, in here, and I want to have 20 head of black mama cows in here that are all about the same age, and so they'll all kind of time out about the same time that way. Years down the road, I might keep me another 20 and switch them out, you know. People always ask, so I will say both of my cows are going to be limousine crossed with something. We run limousine bulls for years and still have several limousine bulls, but they're also even though we know that they're limousine cross, they are also crossed with a lot of different things. But selection has caused me to choose ones that are more suited to my liking, and now we've determined kind of that we got too much of one breed, or enough of one breed in there that we can cross them with something else and maybe get calves that do a little better. Anybody that don't know about that, it's called heterosis. You can look it up. Heterosis. It's when you got and that's a lot of the reason a lot of people will use Angus base or a Hereford base and breed that to an Angus or a Hereford, the opposite one. And so they got a black baldy, and then they'll take and breed that to something else. And that cross gets you the fastest growing calf that you can possibly have, I believe. And fastest growing for us depends on the amount and quality of available forage for a varmint to eat. So you got to have something out there for them to eat. You can't just put them out there and say, oh, I bet they'll grow. we got to take care of them. So now we're going to drive through a little spot here where we cut a bunch of firewood out of. This used to be trees, just like that over there is. And so there's stumps and everything, but I got a trail through them here. There's quite a spot of that here that we got cleared out, just so I could have a trail through from Mom and Dad's place over onto this open ground on this other 40. They bought this from neighbors of ours that's kids still are here. And there's a really nice pond on this 40, so I'm assuming that's where these cows are going to be. They hang at the pond when it's hot like it is going to be today. Not hot for me. I am riding in the air conditioning. But I've got some things that's supposed to happen today. I'm supposed to have a guy that's going to come get the other 4 bundles of slabs I've got. And then I've got feed getting delivered today, supposedly. I called and requested it anyway. I think they'll be able to get it. They usually are very good about getting me what I need. I go ahead and buy that bin full once, and Scott wants me to get him some to put in his box, gravity box, so yeah. There you go. See him laying down over there in the shade by the pond. Only even one of them got up. Like, what's he doing here? I must have, I don't go by the signs or anything, but I must have hit the sign about right on weaning these, because I caught these cows even up at the pen one time since I pulled their calves off on Tuesday. So, it wasn't bawling a whole bunch. Normally, anybody that don't know, cows will bawl when you wean their calves. And the calves bawl too. There's the bull. Got a horsefly right on his head. Somebody ought to want to grab a hold of that idea that I've gotten there and make something out of it. 12-volt winch to open and shut the lid, the chute on the feed box. 12-volt winch. The winch cost me like right at $100. $100 winch to open and shut that. A lot of people wouldn't spend that $100, but man, there's supposed to be 11 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How about that? All up here, doing good. Doing good enough. A few of them bagged up a little bit. That's to be expected from weaning their calves. These cows have kept pretty good flesh, but they've had a lot more grass than what they could eat. As you can tell, there's all kinds of grass on the ground here. But we've gotten so dry lately that it's, and hot for this time of the year, it's not near as good a grass as what it was. They let it get a little beyond them, but that's okay. I'd rather have some dry dead grass on the ground if it means anything, because I found in the wintertime them cows will go back and pick that. So, guys, that's all for now. I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.